Hello, I am your Senator, Donzella James. I hope you are doing great as we finish another week in the 2011 legislative session. Yes, we just finished day 13, but we're working very hard. There's so many activities going on. We've really worked hard for you, though, during all of this time. And over the past couple of days, I've introduced legislation that will require drivers who endanger a child's life by driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs, with a minor in the car under the age of 16, to have an ignition interlock device placed on their car. Under this law, if drivers fail to install the ignition interlock, then they will have their license suspended for 3 years. I've fought vigorously to make our roads safer and encourage drivers to stop driving while intoxicated. It's time that drunk and drugged and distracted drivers get the message that if they decide to get behind the wheel of a car while impaired, and especially if they risk the life of an innocent child, then they will face stiff consequences. This session, the legislature is also looking at ways to overhaul the state's tax system. A special council was created in 2010 to study the tax code. Ultimately, the council recommended that Georgia transition away from taxing income and businesses and move toward more sales and use taxes. Before making these changes, we must guarantee that these changes do not hurt the working poor and middle-class citizens. We need to tax people fairly, and placing the burden on low-income households is definitely not fair. I will encourage the General Assembly to take its time and make sure that all voices are heard before any decisions are made. We have to be careful so as not to endanger the revenue our state takes in that helps so many people around the state. Immigration is a hot issue. There are many from other countries here in the United States and in the state of Georgia who are legally here, and there are some who are illegal. What are we to do? I will give you more information after we have more hearings here at the Capitol and also after the committee process moves forward. Despite all, I want a fair and just immigration law for Georgia. It says, give us your tired, your poor, your hurtled masses yearning to be free, and we've opened our doors up to all countries, and many have come here. Let's treat them fairly. One of the most important issues this year in the Georgia General Assembly is the redistricting and reapportionment process. It is required every 10 years after the census to do reapportionment. We're in the process now of redrawing state and congressional districts based on the information collected from last year's census. We have to take this process in a fair and equitable manner that will represent your best interests as we move forward in the process. I urge each of you to request that your needs be put ahead of those who might use this opportunity to disenfranchise you. It is our responsibility as legislators to draw these districts objectively and without bias, and I look forward to the chance to help that process. Some new committee has been formed to set our lines when the legislature has done this in the past. We've done it pretty well, although there were many arguments about I want my lines this way and I want mine that way. But we overlap. It's a domino effect on many of the districts. But the bottom line is we always got through the process and pretty much fairly. If not, the Justice Department stepped in to change things. So I want to make sure that we have a great, strong 35th district because we have more increase of population than any other district in the Senate. We have really grown. We have so many new neighborhood subdivisions that have been built. You see, we had more undeveloped land than any other metropolitan district back 10 years ago. So since then, we have developed those areas in a very positive way. We have beautiful homes, beautiful neighborhoods, and we have so many more people who have moved into our district. Many from other states have moved here. So we're growing, we're strong. There's a strong chance, too, that the governor will call the General Assembly back this summer to finalize the redistricting process. I look forward to working across party lines and making the right decisions for the great state of Georgia. Now, if you have any questions or need to reach me, please do not hesitate to call my office at 404-463-1379, or you may email me at donzella.james@senate.ga.gov. I am your state senator, Donzella James, and I'm always here for you. Thank you for listening, and God bless.